I'm here today with my Magic White Rabbit. We're going to talk some more about what happens when Pluto goes into Capricorn. A couple of things to begin with. Let's explore the sign Capricorn, which is the sign of the father, the mystical father, the initiating priest, and the worldly leader in the world. And its opposite sign, Cancer. So we have the mother and the father archetypes constellated. Let's look back for a minute when Pluto first went into the previous sign, Sagittarius. There were the church bombings in the south took place almost to the day of Pluto's ingress, and that set the tone for the entire era, which has been one of religious fanaticism and terrorism and bombs. Actually, is another and symbolic hyperbola, symbolic fiery hyperbola. This all belongs to the sign of Sagittarius. So the two events that I noticed right away, bam, as soon as Pluto went into Capricorn, was the Gambino bust, the famous mafia family in New York, busted by Spitzer, and then the downfall of Spitzer, hoisted by his own petard. Mafia is a powerful father figure. The whole setup is based on the father, the godfather, the powerful family imagery and symbolism, and the control issues and material power. Those will be the keynotes. Also, the emphasis will shift from the Arab countries, most of which have been predominated in the past when Pluto was in Sagittarius. And when Pluto moves into Capricorn, the countries to watch are Russia and China. Just watch what happens in the news with those two countries and America coming up. People are worried about the economy, but it should correct itself quickly. It was inflated, and now it will be corrected and get stabilized, and everything should be fine. Everybody should be fine. Let's get back to the sign Capricorn now. To understand the astrology signs, there are really just 6 energies of 6 polarities with 2 signs connected with each of them. So the Cancer-Capricorn axis is the mother and the father. And I found what I think is a perfect example of this archetype operating at a phenomenal level in American culture at the moment, worldwide culture probably, and that would be Simon Cowell and Paula Abzug. They personify, one of the reasons, the sheer magic of that show is that Randy says what Randy says. Randy's just a friendly guy, right? Then we move to Paula, who's just so sweet. You know, she can never say anything about anybody that isn't just, I mean, doesn't your heart just go, oh? She's like the archetypal mother image, you know, come to me, you can get better, you'll do better, you're wonderful, this wasn't so hot, but this was wonderful. Then we move to the stern father figure, Simon. Simon actually uses a lot of Virgo energy. I have an article on my website that examines his chart in detail because he also had a classic Saturn return. His first Saturn return, he was busted and living at home with his parents. And I have some quotes in there about what he learned during his Saturn return between 28 and 30, which should be encouraging to anyone that's going through that first Saturn return. It's a rough one, and as you know, I'm the Saturn return expert in America. So next time you're watching American Idol, and you probably do, and you probably will again, look at the interaction between Paula and Simon. You have the unconditionally loving, sweet mother and the stern disciplinarian father who's got a soft, soft heart underneath it. When little children perform in front of Simon, they often bring tears to his eyes and spread their magic over him and steal his heart away. And when, for instance, the young man in England performed Nessun Dorma against impossible odds, you can see Simon, the Cancer side of Simon underneath the Capricorn. Those are the energies that will be coming into focus when Pluto is in Capricorn for the next dozen or so years. I'm Nancy Fenn, and I'd like to be your astrologer.